2 of the National Football League. And the spotlight is on Nick Chubb. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Browns and the Jets, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
We're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Looking to throw right away is Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. 7 yards there and a first down.
That run picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Hardman on the return. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And this one's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 18 carries, 83 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Jets at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. On play action, now Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. 20, 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for the Browns TD. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Well, Charles, here's the draft class for the Jets for 2022, and certainly a splash-worthy class. 3 first-round picks in one draft. And you also have to be impressed not only at the players they got there, but also on days 2 and 3.
You're exactly right about that. Arguably, they got the top player at that position when they made those selections in the first round. Cornerback Ahmad, Sauce Gardner, 4th. I had him rated number 2 behind Derek Stingley, but he's still one of the best ones in the draft. Wide receiver Garrett Wilson, they got him 10th overall. And defensive end Jermaine Johnson, 26. I thought he might go earlier to Atlanta in the top 10. And then maybe they landed the draft's best running back in Breece Hall on day 2.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. On play action. Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 30. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And the slot man goes in motion left. This is Hall. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
They throw it out right complete. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Sirline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incomplete.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ashton Davis. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance.
Under pressure, they got him again. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Here's Hardman to return. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That winds up pushing it back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, it winds up getting buried for the loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. In for the sack, Myers Garrett.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Faking the give, now Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st down, it's Watson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Watson to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. They'll run with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Completes it to Hardman. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
They still want to be prepared for a pass.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I guarantee they approach this part of the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He finds Wilson. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back excellent field position. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We start with a couple of franchises looking to make a move here in 2022. Miami heading north to take on Baltimore. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. J.K. Dobbins with a touchdown run. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Michael Pittman, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. In that game, all tied with the visiting Patriots. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Holding.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here. He also picks up a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Back to the ground with Hall. Oh, good move. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's taken down by a slip across the 35. First catch and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. 23 yards the pickup there. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on second down. Watson to the right side, and he's got more complete. Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got Fuller. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Watson looks to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Only a 3-yard loss there on the sack, but more importantly, it leads to a 4th and goal. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
York able to send this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And New York set to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On first down, Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. It's brought in by Wilson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Rodgers to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart and moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Now Rodgers. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Normal action.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is
Normal thing I do. That's bull. Now they cheat.
I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. And he caught it and would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So Aaron Rodgers in his offense. Down 24-17. A little under 50 seconds to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Wilson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Man, they wouldn't let me throw the football, man. They freezing the control.
Instead, it'll be second down.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Rodgers will throw for it, and it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Bullshit,
and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, That can really be a shock to him. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Well, they had one final chance on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
So for Cleveland, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.